Right now, something very unusual is unfolding around Billie Eilish, and the reason industry insiders are paying attention isn't just because of controversy, it's because of how long it's lasting. In the entertainment world, scandals usually follow a predictable timeline. A headline explodes, social media debates rage for a few days, maybe a week, and then the next trending topic replaces it. But this situation refuses to fade. And when Backlash survives multiple news cycles, it stops being drama, it starts becoming a reputational shift. Earlier this year, during a live televised award ceremony, Billie delivered a statement that immediately sent shockwaves across audiences watching at home. Award shows are carefully controlled environments. Every speech is expected to celebrate music, success, and gratitude. When something political or controversial slips in, reactions become unpredictable. Some viewers praised her courage, others felt the moment was inappropriate. But what truly transformed the situation wasn't the statement itself, it was the aftermath. There was no clarification tour, no extended interview explaining context, no attempt to soften the message. Instead, the silence allowed people to interpret it however they wanted. And in the digital age, interpretation spreads faster than facts. Soon after, her brother and producer, Phineas O'Connell, became part of the story. Online comments attributed to him were perceived by critics as dismissive toward the backlash. Supporters saw it as standing firm. Opponents saw it as doubling down. That moment transformed a single artist controversy into a broader conversation about celebrity responsibility, fan expectations, and political messaging in entertainment. Now, it wasn't just about Billie, it was about the entire team around her. Then came the incident that reportedly shocked industry observers. Billie and Phineas were filming at the legendary Greek theater, a venue synonymous with iconic performances and carefully managed productions. From a distance, everything looked routine. Production crews moving equipment, lighting technicians adjusting rigs, sound teams testing microphones. But beyond the controlled perimeter, a different atmosphere was forming. Small groups began gathering, some curious, some vocal, some clearly upset. At first, the production team attempted to continue, assuming the noise would remain manageable. Instead, the disruption intensified. Reports indicated that shouting and booing carried across the venue, interfering with filming audio. Directors were forced to pause takes. Communication between crew members became difficult. Security personnel increased their presence, not because of physical danger, but because the situation threatened the production schedule. Eventually, filming was temporarily halted. For a superstar-level project, that's a serious development. To viewers, a filming delay might seem minor. In reality, it can trigger a chain reaction. Crew members are booked for specific hours, equipment rentals run on strict timelines. Location permits have expiration windows, insurance coverage depends on schedule adherence. Every delay adds cost. And in high-budget productions, those costs escalate quickly. This is why studios monitor public perception so closely. Controversy that affects production efficiency becomes a financial concern, not just a PR issue. Major entertainment companies such as Disney and DreamWorks Animation operate on long-term planning cycles. Projects connected to massive franchises like Toy Story 5 or Shrek 5 are scheduled years in advance. Marketing campaigns, merchandise deals, international distribution, everything is coordinated with precision. When uncertainty surrounds talent linked to those projects, executives quietly reassess exposure. Not publicly, not dramatically, strategically. The industry has seen similar scenarios before. Rising stars like Rachel Zegler experienced intense public scrutiny that reportedly complicated promotional campaigns and studio relationships. Hollywood rarely announces distancing decisions. Instead, projects quietly move in different directions, new opportunities slow down, priorities shift, and the public often notices only after the fact. Perhaps the most significant development is happening within Billie's own audience. A divided fan base creates uncertainty that no marketing strategy can easily fix. Some fans believe she's being unfairly targeted. Others feel disconnected from her recent statements. Many are waiting to see what she does next. Fan loyalty isn't just emotional, it's economic. When fans support an artist, they aren't only listening to songs, they're fueling an entire business ecosystem. Streaming numbers drive chart performance. Ticket sales determine whether tours expand or shrink. Brand partnerships depend on public perception. Merchandise sales signal cultural relevance. A loyal fan base acts like a safety net. Even during controversy, strong fan support can stabilize an artist's career and reassure companies that the investment is still safe. But when that loyalty becomes uncertain, everything changes. Suddenly, every new release carries more pressure. Labels become cautious. Sponsors hesitate. Media coverage shifts from celebration to scrutiny. Momentum, the most valuable currency in entertainment, begins to slow down. And in an industry that moves at lightning speed, losing momentum can be more damaging than the controversy itself. In crisis management, silence is sometimes used as a deliberate strategy. It can prevent further escalation. It can allow the news cycle to move on. It can signal that the artist refuses to engage with negativity. In some cases, saying nothing keeps a situation from getting worse, but prolonged silence creates a vacuum. And in today's digital world, a vacuum never stays empty for long. Speculation fills the gap. Rumors spread. Unofficial narratives take shape. People begin forming conclusions without hearing directly from the person at the center of the story. By the time a response finally arrives, public opinion may already be set. Public relations experts often warn, if you don't define your narrative, someone else will define it for you. History shows that major artists rarely recover by arguing with the past. They recover by creating a stronger future. A groundbreaking album can reset perception overnight. A record-breaking tour can rebuild public excitement. A powerful performance can remind audiences why they connected with the artist in the first place. Reinvention is the ultimate survival strategy in entertainment. It's not just about new music, it's about a new chapter, a shift in tone, image, and direction that signals growth rather than retreat. For Billie Eilish, the next move may define how this entire period is remembered. Will she address the controversy directly? Will she respond through her art? Or will she let time reshape the narrative? Sometimes a single song can say more than 100 statements. There's a critical difference between a moment and a legacy. Moments are temporary. Legacies are built over time. Billie's influence on modern music, fashion, and youth culture is already undeniable. The real question isn't whether her career will survive, it's how it will evolve. Many legendary artists face turning points that force them to grow, adapt, and reinvent themselves. Pressure doesn't just test careers, it transforms them. Today's celebrity culture operates in permanent memory mode. Nothing truly disappears. Clips resurface. Statements live forever online. Fame amplifies success, but it also magnifies every controversy. And sometimes, the storms that seem most threatening end up redefining an artist's identity in ways no one expected. Billie Eilish remains one of the most influential voices of her generation. Her artistic impact is already cemented. This moment isn't necessarily about decline, it's about transition. Because in modern entertainment, the way an artist navigates controversy often becomes a defining chapter of their story. And sometimes the comeback becomes more powerful than the setback.